close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.
Yo, what's up, guys? I'm here. The squad's here. Jessica's in the house. O's here. Got our special guest, Tyler Marie. She in the back. She gonna talk to you guys today about some real cool shit, man. Some shit she did last summer that just, I mean, she told us the other day at Jericho's birthday party about how she actually went about doing it and the challenges that she went through as she was on this journey. And it was just a real inspiring story to everybody at the table. I mean, just something of personal courage, you know, of jumping up and doing something that she really wanted to do. Even though she was afraid and she didn't really have a solid plan, she just knew she was going to make it happen. And guys, that's what it's all about, you know? If you can just keep compounding those little adventures over and over and just keep stepping out and doing something that challenges you, maybe it just challenges your fear, or maybe it just challenges the way you view the world. If it challenges you in any way, guys, growth tends to come right after that. You know, the challenge is what creates the growth. So we're gonna finish getting set up real quick, let some people filter in, and then, you know, don't mind, we'll be walking around, but we'll get started here in about 5, maybe 6 minutes, okay, guys? So, yeah, just come on, tune in. It's gonna be fun, promise. Something else, man. I'm trying to turn up this morning, man. Yeah. 512 988 6112. Yeah.
You know the audio's still a little off.
Is it lagging to the video, or what is it doing? Like, is it delaying altogether? Like, is the video and the audio 8 seconds behind? Or is it like chopping and my mouth isn't moving with the sound like it did last time? So look. It's not going to be right on time with us while we're doing it. Yeah, because it has to know is if the audio is matched up with the video, regardless of how late the video is. Okay, so the audio.
Okay, I just made an album on Facebook and I have you on it. So.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, we'll just pull it up on the TV and I should be able to scroll through the pictures.
I mean, it's not as bad as it was. I think most of us did it last time.
I don't think you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
seconds off the
Marcus, listen to it on there and see.
A couple seconds would be like.
I'm talking right now. Like, that would be horrible.
You don't have to. The sound's not off? The sound's off.
Check.
That's weird.
Sorry, guys. We're still trying to learn this. You know, it takes a little bit of setting up every now and then because we keep moving the cameras around and the audio. It's trickier than it looks, dude. Like, I mean, I got 3 camera feeds running into the computer, running off a laptop. Hey, if anybody got a desktop, you got a nice little MacBook, desktop, something, anything, you ain't getting no good use out of it, hey, we'll take it. We will put it to work, man. We'll even put your logo and everything on the back, you know? All your name. We'll advertise your computer on my show. Nah, but for real, though, man, we can use any help you got. Sign shield, I'm sincere. This year I make things clear. I'm spelling it out to make things clear. Y'all been listening to G-Eazy? You need to. But don't just be like jamming them all the time in the car and stuff. You just like bobbing your head and just jumping. Because I know it gets you feeling good, but listen to what he says, man. My style is a lot too much. I know like all rappers, they always be singing about like how cool they are, you know, and how cool everybody else is not. And we always look at that and we think that. We like, yeah, he's so cool. Look at him, he's so much cooler than I am. But the real song is about how like you are them, you know, like they were you before. You ever look at Drake? I always bring up Drake because I know he's my favorite. But look at him. He's a goofy looking Canadian dude, man. Listen to his interviews and shit. You know, he's not as cool as you think he is, but isn't he though? That's what I'm saying, man. Like his smile and everything, he got that whole Canadian accent and shit. But we all idolize those people like they're great because, you know, they got some money and stuff on them. They got a camera in front of them. We're like, oh my God, Drake, how can I ever get to that status? You got to grind on it. You know what I'm saying? You got to grind on it. Drake already told you, he didn't just wake up one day there. Neither did Jeezy. You know, I mean, like right now, I mean it. I'm coming for that ass. Everybody's. If I offend you, I apologize. You know what I mean? Like if you run up in the street and I tell you you ain't getting done, I apologize. But it's probably because you're not getting it done. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about some stuff, man. We're gonna talk about, like I said, personal growth. We're gonna talk about Ty's story and about how she you know, stepped out and did something challenging, man. I mean, I've talked about this plenty of times. And I know I've heard this so many. Oh, one day I'm gonna travel the world, and one day I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go experience this. One day, isn't it? Next summer, next year, I'm always one day gonna go do that thing, go see that place that I want to see. What are you waiting for?
Just do it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't that what? Just do it. You just have to get up and do it. One day. But that's the thing about it is, one day is decided by somebody else, guys. You keep waiting for one day, like there's gonna be some kind of perfect circumstance that's gonna run into your life to set it up for you and make it happen for you. It's not. It's never, ever, ever gonna be the right time to do anything. That's why I started here. This is as good a place to start as any. You can grow into a new studio. You can grow into better equipment. You can grow into better audio. You can grow, but you'll never grow into anything if you don't start something. You know, you gotta start first. So anyways, we're gonna pull up Ty stuff real quick. I got no signal on my TV, so I'm gonna get that fixed. We'll pull up some of these pictures, man. See, because Ty told me, what was it, last year? Hey, can you turn that music a little bit for me?
Yeah, my voice isn't very loud.
You told me to turn it up, now I want it there.
Well, I wasn't talking, I wasn't doing shit, but walking around.
Walk around.
You know what I mean? Because like, it's just as important for the crowd to get their energy up, guys. You see, I'm up, I'm awake.
I'm getting there.
Ready to do all that. It's a little bit of coffee, guys, but it's more about having a solid morning routine. You know, getting up at the same time every day. And then don't just get up and like roll up into whatever it is you think you're gonna do for that day, because you're not gonna have the energy, the strength. All you cats that like think you're gonna wake up 10 minutes before it's time to go to work and then roll over there and do good work, you're not. And the reason that you don't is because you don't want to do good work. I mean, of course we don't. We fucking hate our jobs, you know? But it's kind of something that ties into chasing your dreams, man, is you have to develop standards of excellence. Just excellence, all the time. I do it to the best that I can do, because one day, whatever you're working on ain't gonna be your job. It's gonna be your thing, your dream, your book, your mixtape. I don't give a shit, your business. And that is gonna require details. Details, details, details. And it's gonna create a non-stop, constant grind. Constant. I mean, it never stops. I always have something to do around here. So if you don't start developing that now, man, you're just not gonna have it. You're not gonna have it. What the hell? There we go. It's a celebration, bitches. Oh. It's success, but it's my time. It's just some background BS. I know y'all like to watch the news. Here, let me get you your news on. That way you don't miss nothing. Yeah. Wait, what is it? Life fucked up? I don't even know how to find the news. You start your day off with the news?
I don't.
No? Why not? You?
I don't care for it.
I don't care for it. I just don't care for it.
Very negative.
You know? I got the news. Oh, here we go. Morning Express. My girl Robin Meade. We're going to watch what Robin Meade's idea of what the world looks like right now. That's what we're going to watch. HLN and their idea and perspective of what the world is. Why you keep making it yours? That's hers. That's theirs. You don't have to have this. You know, you don't have to adopt this as your principle of what the world looks like. You don't have to do that. I mean, I know you feel like just because you saw it on the news,
Bacon
you have to
shortage? That's important. That is so important.
Oh, God.
We're running out of bacon, guys.
Bacon. Oh, I'm too sad. Come on, this shit is whack, dog. But we're going to talk about some real shit. We're going to talk about us, your friends, people you know, doing big things. Fucking awesome. Shit that I can get behind anyway. Let me see if I can pull this up. My producer over there, he messed it up. He's supposed to be having all this stuff up for me. So tell them a little bit about you, Ty. Not everybody knows. Some of our friends do. Y'all know Tyler. But for those that don't, this is Tyler Marie.
Hi guys, Tyler. 23. I've been living here in Austin for about 4 years now, going on 5. I study film production. I go to school. I work in the domain area here in Austin. I personally love my job. It's fun. I get to have fun with guests all day long. I am a cocktail waitress at a nice craft cocktail lounge.
Yeah, which one
So
is
it's
that?
nice. I get to be personable with my guests all day. I get to meet people from all over the world and talk with them and get them drunk. So it's pretty fun. I personally like my job. I would like a job that pays a little bit more, but I'll get there one day. But for now,
One day.
yeah, one day. But for now, I'm just enjoying being young and traveling and all that good stuff. So Austin's a great place to live for all of that.
Oh, yeah, man. Look at this. Okay, we got some up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I blocking that?
No.
Yep.
Maybe.
A little bit.
Yeah, that's okay. We can scoot up a little.
Well, not from this angle yet, but probably not from the
Hey,
other.
where'd my water go? Ah. I had water, man. I be getting thirsty while I'm talking. You want some? You got some?
Got my protein.
We got to go get our work on out after this.
Yeah.
Well, work first, then some more work. Work after that. We all working. You working. She working. We're working. Work on something you want though.
Just like Rihanna said.
Work, 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 work. That's all I do. Go to this bitch for real.
Oh, guys, you better be careful. Some might be messing with your joints.
Nah, I can't be
That's what
fucking
TV
with
says.
So, tell us a little bit about it. How long did you want to do this? Like, how long have you been talking about going on this
Oh
little
man.
adventure?
I've wanted to travel and backpack since I was a little girl. I mean, it's something that I've always wanted to do. And I just kept putting it off, you know. I just kept like, I never really expected it to happen as fast as I made it happen. But I was in school one day and I saw a study abroad program. I just happened to be in a perfect place in my life, and instead of waiting and second guessing, I just took that opportunity. I sat down with the counselor, I signed up, and that day I went and got my passport, and I didn't think twice about it. You know, it was something, like I said, I've always wanted to do, and I'm the type of person, if I keep waiting, I will keep second guessing, and I'll keep pushing it further and further back. And so, like I said, I was in a great place, so I jumped on that opportunity. And I was hungry for it.
Yeah.
I didn't let anything stop
That's it.
me. Like I said, I just kept setting up appointments to knock off my goals. I got my passport. I got my grades high enough so I could get the scholarship to go. And, you know, I just kept knocking down all those goals. And before I knew it, it was here. I sold my car.
Yeah.
You know, and I had all the money to do it. I didn't have to ask my parents for anything. I didn't have to, you know, I paid for everything myself. And yeah.
That's what I'm always talking about. And that's what I say, man. It's like something inside of you will wake up one day and it's just like, I'm enough. You know what I mean? Like, when is it gonna be the summer? Once you make that intention, guys, and this is the thing that, man, all inferior short up in this, see? I don't like that, man. That's weird. Stature, guys, important. No, but really though, it's important to start something and set an intention, because once you do, the plan kind of falls into place, right? Like, you didn't have the whole picture before you started, like,
Oh, no.
this is what every day of my next 3 months will look like, and this is where I'll get the money to, you know, it's usually more so of like, once you decide, then you start looking for it, right? And then, like you said, counselors come into play and stuff.
Yeah, and things did start falling into place, you know. I started doing research. I found all these awesome websites where I could find super cheap plane tickets. I bought my ticket.
What was that?
Skyscanner.com. Go check it
Skyscanner.
out. I bought my
Shout out.
round flight ticket from Austin to Ireland for $1,000, like straight round flight. And
I gotta stop you right there. $1,000. Okay, this is something I'm gonna talk about in my book, and it's called micro thought processing, right? Once you come up with that number, you know, you can't now decide that number is too big for you. Like she said, you sold your car, you know, you work your ass off. You do what you have to, but now you have a goal, something that you can actually attain. Now, yeah, you can't attain the whole summer yet. You didn't know where you're gonna live yet. You don't know, where you're gonna eat yet, but you have the first step. And like she said, it just acted on it, right? You said, fine, buy the ticket, find $1,000, and then deal with whatever comes next, right?
Yeah.
And then what happened? So you got the 1,000, you went out there.
So my first goal was to get my plane ticket after my passport, and once I knocked that out, my next goal was just to hustle and to just make as much money as I could before I left. And during that whole process, I was just doing research. I was researching what are the best backpacks to use, what should I take on it, what should I leave at home, and so I started the first half of my trip with my school, studying at the university in London. So it was a school, I was studying abroad. And so a lot of the people that went with me, they're bringing fucking huge ass suitcases. It looked like they were moving over there. And, which I'm not knocking them, and to each their own, but to me, I wanted to just be so humble. I wanted to just, take what I needed, And I also, one thing about this trip was I knew I was going over there to study for a few weeks. Well, it was about a month. But I figured, when was the next time I was going to go back to Europe? When would I have this opportunity again? So I decided to just capitalize off that and say, instead of 1 month, why not go 3 months? And so I just extended that whole stay for 3 whole months and decided to just jump on that opportunity and backpack and go see other countries and not just stay in London. So I ended up total going to 8 different countries. So I knew I wasn't going to need just
almost
one
more
suitcase.
than me already.
Yeah. So I knew I didn't need a big ass suitcase, and plus I didn't really want to stand out, like just see this little lonely old American girl like lugging a huge fucking suitcase around 8 countries. So I took a backpack, and literally everything that I needed was on my back for 3 months. I was washing clothes in hostel sinks. I was eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for a month at a time,
And so that was hard, right? But it didn't feel hard once you got there. Did you cry about it, peanut butter and jellies, or was it just kind of I'm doing it? And
I think maybe the last week I was like, I want to go home.
Yeah, okay. And see,
but
the want changes though.
But no, not really. With all the stuff that I got to see and the experiences and the people I got to meet, I would eat fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for a year if I had to.
Yeah, the best PB&J sandwiches in your life.
Yeah,
Honestly, I was still in those moments. I was still even more blessed. That was Amsterdam.
Oh, on my list. See, I'm a one-dayer. There she is in Amsterdam. I'm a one-dayer. I'll be on Amsterdam. One day I'll shoot the live show from. When? Probably tomorrow now that I'm fucking around. But
what's really cool about that is those guys are from Lithuania, which I never even heard of, but it's up by Transylvania and Russia. But yeah, we met them the day before in our hostel and just kicked it off, and we walked all the way from our hostel to the Van Gogh Museum.
Yes. Guys, and so this is Ty's story, and it's obviously way different than mine, but they're very similar. The things that she had to do and overcome to get here is the same things that I'm overcoming and trying to do here on this show. The first is just an intention, I just started and I didn't know what I was going to do. It was going to be a YouTube channel. Then I was like, oh, well, let's try to go live, and people responded to that and enjoyed that. So now it's a live show. And so we pivot and we set up for that. Just like she said, she got there and found out that it was almost not as challenging as you would have thought it would have been ahead of time. Because you're thinking and you're hyping up in your head, oh, I'm not going to have all this great stakes and stuff. But you forget, you don't have to live off of that stuff. You can really, when you do something like this, guys, it'll really help you reevaluate what you think you need and what you want, man. This is, you might have seen me wearing this a lot in my shirts, guys. This is everything that I own. This is everything that means anything to me, just this necklace. As far as physical things go, I love my friends and I love my family and all that, but I took this and I said, I'm going to make this my sole possession. And I made it that way. We've been taking symbols and putting power into them since the dawn of time, cross that I wear, all these things, whatever symbols or icons. But my point being is, once I sold out to this and said that this is my only thing and I don't need anything else, I too found out what I actually needed and wanted. Realized I didn't need my furniture because I wanted a studio. What do you need furniture for? It's just getting up and getting in the way. Yeah, sure, my friends are over here and they don't have a place to sit, but it takes sacrifices, it takes sacrifices. But as you go, you realize that they're just not as big as you thought they were. The details that you sacrifice for your big dream they don't matter anymore, man. When you're doing it and you're experiencing it, you're meeting new people, it just doesn't matter. So you got out there though, and you said you did meet tons of people, right? And you didn't expect to, were you kind of afraid that you wouldn't be able to know the language or interact with people?
A little bit. So I did go, after I got done studying, the first thing I did was I went to Poland and I taught English for about 2 weeks. And I was really nervous because I had to take, a few buses. I did the budget route, but
Smart.
I went through like Germany and places like that. And it wasn't really until I got into Germany that I was like really like, oh shit, like this language, like it was completely so different, the language, and it's so aggressive too. So I just thought I was getting yelled at the whole time, and so I think in that moment, that was when I was kind of like, oh God, like I'm going to Poland, I'm going to teach English, like
This is worth it.
I don't know anything about Poland except they were almost completely obliterated in the war, and so no, I just went with no fear, honestly.
Yes.
Like, I think because sometimes my parents can be whatever.
Your parents
They
are
can
worry
be-
wards.
yeah.
They are. Mine too.
All parents
They
are,
will. Don't listen
but,
to your parents.
But yeah, and so there was like a slight, for a moment, I was kind of scared, when you watch the news, you see all these terrible things about other countries, terrorists, and all this shit, but like, it's so not like that. And I just really encourage people to get out and try it for yourself, because when it comes to traveling, I'm so hungry for it that I don't let fear or anything like that get in the way. But once I got over there, I knew that I wanted to experience those things, so I wasn't going to let something like a language barrier get in the way of me not experiencing some things. But it wasn't until I got into Germany that I was kind of, for a split second, like, oh God, because then you see in other countries, like, I was in Ireland and Scotland where they speak English, so they have like English and then other languages for signs and stuff like that, whereas in Germany and Poland, it's not like that. It's like all German. Like, they don't care. Like, it's all German. And so, so there was a few times in the train station, which was also a great learning experience for me with my patients, because I missed like 5 fucking buses. Like, I've missed trains. I've missed my airplane going to France.
Yep.
Like, there's a lot of times that I've probably lost about like total of $500 just missing, different things.
What did it teach you? I mean, those lessons will teach you things that you can bring back into your real world and then apply to all things. It's really cool,
Because I'm like running, I'm like running through the airport with my backpack, like I have a big backpack on my back and a small one on my front, I'm carrying my jacket, I'm carrying little knickknacks that I bought, and like I'm running, and like people don't speak English, and I'm like, help,
exactly.
And so if anything, I look like the terrorist, completely, I'm just American, like running through the airport.
Such a strong point, and this is something that, guys, this is how I'm able to do this, and it's fun. But these are my friends. Tyler is my friend. I've been friends with her boyfriend for years on years, and we're best friends. And I get them together because, like I said, she brings value to my show. Just by coming here, I know that she has great friends. I want to hear her story, just like I wanted to hear her story. And so, getting these guys, let's go up here and to the whole team, man. I know you guys wanted to talk to Ty a little bit and ask her some questions too. But that's what it's about, man, is don't be, I think people these days are so afraid of what they look like, to everybody else. You have a plane to catch. You have something you have to do and go and be, and sometimes you have to like you said, sacrifice the way you look or whatever you're trying to do. Help me, your pride, and stop somebody, be like, I need you, right here, you got. And it's so important, man. Last night, I'll tell a quick story. Me and Jess were at 360 Bridge, and we were celebrating our anniversary. And as we started to walk up the hill, we met a guy. Well, didn't meet him. He was tumbling down the hill. And Jessica was just terrified because it was dark outside, and she's just not used to going on, adventures like that. And we're hiking up this mountain, and the first thing we see as we're going is this dude. He might have broken his ankle or something. I don't know. But he was hobbling down this side. And he was having a really hard time. And so I just stopped real quick, and I stopped and I helped him. I said, hey man, what's up? Let me help you. Let me hobble you down here. And I pretty much carried that man down the hill. And that's all we did. It took me 10 minutes, just to stop real quick. Not even 10 minutes. It took me 5 minutes to stop that and help him down to where he was safe. And I said, all right, good luck, man. I didn't call him an ambulance. I could have done a lot of other things, but I went on about my way. But the point is, if you even just stop for 10 seconds and stop wondering why that person's running or why they look stupid or and to wonder maybe why are they running? Where are they trying to go? Can I help them? Because we all find ourselves in situations like that where we need help, where we hope somebody will reach out and help us. And I think a lot of times you put yourself in a situation where you need help, you'll realize that people will. They will reach out to you. They're not as mean as you think they are or been hyped up to believe that they are, that people actually do care about you. Maybe they don't care all about you, of course, and nobody's gonna hand you your fucking dreams. I wasn't gonna pay for Tyler to go to Europe, of course not. Nobody's gonna come and be like, yeah, hey, give me $5,000 so I can do my no. But sometimes when you offer things to people and they will offer things back to you, you know what I mean? And it doesn't always have to be money. Maybe it's just a thank you, or maybe it's just a moment of your time somewhere else that you offered that will, reciprocate that feeling back to you,
Well, that's cool because this guy right here, so when I got to Czech Republic, which was probably my favorite place in Europe, I was having trouble finding my hostel, and this guy actually happened to be on the side of the road, like walking, and so I stopped him and asked him. He ended up being the receptionist at the freaking hostel I was going to. So we totally made friends,
You think
and
it's
then
magic?
for the rest of my trip in the Czech Republic, he took me to all these cool ass places that I probably would have never found on my own, and I think that's also what made Czech Republic one of my favorite times, because I got to see all these we went to an underground club.
Yeah.
This restaurant we're in right now, we're sitting inside one of those where they brew beer with the hops and stuff, and those huge ass copper things. Yeah, we're sitting inside that eating dinner with other people,
and that's real Czech Republican beer and stuff too.
And I stopped him because he's wearing a fucking Black Sabbath shirt. That's why I stopped him.
Yeah, right. It's easy. Hey, we must have something in common.
Black Sabbath, so I told, and then after that, it was totally cool. So.
It's that, and then look at that, friends, new friends, guys. Making friends is so easy. All you gotta do is stop and be like, I like your shirt. I listen to that, and all of a sudden you guys are clicking. And you move, and now you're drinking beer, and it's cool because it's authentic. It wasn't touristy.
No, I was just looking at my face and looking how genuine that.
Yeah.
That's Czech Republic too.
Oh man, that is so cool.
Wow, those clocks are amazing.
That clock is
That is so cool.
I wish I remembered, but it's really freaking old.
I want to get a replica of
super old. And what's crazy is at the top they have pretty much the solar system at the very top. And I'm trying to think how the fuck did they know about planets and shit like that back then? They didn't have all the technology. They didn't even have telescopes, really.
Philosophers.
You know?
We predict the future. Y'all just pay attention. Y'all just figure it out after we do. No, man, it's so cool, and I like how you talk about it because that's the difference between looking at pictures, guys, and doing something. A lot of you guys are looking at pictures of the Czech Republic oh, that would be nice. She looks back at this picture man, that was nice, and it's a different feeling inside. And, so if you want pictures to mean more to you, be in them. Have taken them yourself, and you'll get feelings. Guys, that's what it's about, really. It's about attracting a feeling inside of you, a feeling of knowing that I want to know what it feels like to travel, and then just go and doing that. Once you just do it a little bit, like you said, it gives you so much courage. I mean, you're ready now. You're ready to pop off, right?
Yeah.
I'd go
to Asia now. I would go somewhere completely, this was just the start, this was just the little pat on the back, hey, you can do it,
Yeah.
So now I feel comfortable going. If I wanted to go to China, which the language is so different, I feel okay. I feel like I could do it.
You can, and we kind of have a similar story, and that's why I wanted to suggest. I know she can chime into exactly how you felt about this. I was in Dubai for a long time. I was in Afghanistan, and I had been working out there, and traveling with the military and traveling as a civilian or just with nobody is way different. So although I'd been to the desert a couple times as a army dude, they kind of hold my hand and walk me through it. I didn't get to go do anything. But as I went through as a contractor, I had to go through the same experiences, going through an airport for the first time, and I'm in the Middle East, and so like you said, you watch the news, the whole time I'm like, oh my God. This airport's gonna blow up any second, and you get there and realize it's not like that at all. But perception and reality are just different things a lot of times, guys. A lot of the facts and information that we get about what we think a place is and what we're using to structure our view of that place is usually false information or exaggerated details that we're using to build this reality. And so that's why we get ideas of things being hard. You know, everybody thinks they can't get out of the States. Oh, you know, if you're so unhappy in the United States right now, leave. Leave. You just got to get up and go. And I don't know how you're going to do it once you get there. You know, I don't know what it's going to look like, but I know that you can come up with $1,000 to land in another country. You are an American. You do have the freedom to grab your motherfucking passport. Right, it took you a day to go get it and say, I'm out. But you don't, you know, because why? Not that you're obviously unhappy because you keep bitching about it on Facebook every day, but you're afraid. You know, you're afraid it's too big of a task to leave. I know, we all said it. Jessica, there it is, and you're gone. See ya. It's a shame we even need that, but hey, there it is. It's almost readily accessible for some. Hey, but even if
little stamps in there.
I've been collecting stamps now. It's like a hobby
like,
now. Yeah, you're like, no, use the same page, please. I need to fill this page.
I know, like the freaking guy in France did it like 4 pages later, and I'm like, I had a collection going. Now I gotta flip like 3 pages to show people.
First time, and we're gonna get to your traveling story, but same thing. The first time I seen a passport, like I had just got on my plane, international plane. I was excited. I was looking at my one stamp, dude, and there was this Chinaman. I don't know where he was from, maybe, but he sat down next to me and he opened his passport, and he was looking at his stamps, and it was just books on book. I mean, just stamps on top of stamps, and I was like, to me, somebody might not even notice that, but to me, I was like, oh my God, that's like everything I wish my passport would look like. And it will, because that's what I wanted to do. That's hers will. Jessica learned the same thing. I said, hey, babe, I want you to come out to Dubai and spend some time with me. But I was already there, so I couldn't travel with her. And you had to do it by yourself.
Yeah, I almost didn't go because I was so scared.
Really?
That's what we do.
My layover was in Istanbul, and that's when they were having their, what was it called?
Turkey, yeah, when Turkey was
When
having
they
their
were
little
having that
uprising.
coup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so I was scared. I actually bought the wrong ticket coming back, where I had to stay like
Oh, my
2
man.
hours in Istanbul. And so I had to step out of the airport, and that was really scary for me.
Oh, yeah.
But what happened? Was there tanks rolling down the street? Did they blow you up?
No, I just had to let go of my fear and just do it, and then everything was good. It was fun.
Good. And you had a wonderful experience after that, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It
great
was like
fun.
freedom. I don't know. It was like I just came out of my shell and just felt free.
Yeah, that was the first time she was talking about when she came back. She was like, man, you know, like, now like they said, I know I can do it. Even though if it was only for a second, do it. And this is what I've been preaching, guys. The stuff that I'm telling you can really change your life. I mean, it really can, because it's not about what you're doing. It's not about whether you want to travel or whether you want to start a live show or anything. What it's about is doing what you say you want to do. You know, you're always sitting around, and I don't know who you is. It's probably you, whoever thinks I'm talking to you. But we sit around and we're like, one day, and I hope, and still, you're talking about one day you're going to go to China. I mean, what are you working on now? Where are you going? What are you
Next up
physically
is
planning and working on, reaching?
Thailand and Japan.
Thailand and Japan. We will probably be there because we are working on Thailand, Japan as well, man. I think Asia is just where we want to go and where it has to be. But
Another thing I want to encourage people is like, don't let roadblocks get in your way of kind of how you were saying, like that was happening, and it really almost altered whether you win or not. Like,
it does.
whenever we got to London, they just voted to do the Brexit.
Mhm.
So they completely, you know,
And you didn't
left
know,
the, and there was huge, like,
Economic
protests and
going on.
everything, and, you know, there was a moment where I was super fearful, because that was, you know, I was studying first, and then afterwards I was doing my backpacking, and
Mhm.
there was a moment, like, it kind of felt unsteady,
Yeah.
you know, like, should I be traveling right now? All these major things are happening, worldly things are happening. I mean, that was huge
Mhm.
for the
The
EU
it was the
to-
thing.
yeah,
It was
you
the
know.
thing. There's always a thing going on at
Yeah,
times. So yeah.
but you know, if you cross over that fear and just do it, you know, you'll be so thankful for all the things that will come, you know.
I think it's the more important part. I mean, it's the more important. The experience is always going to be fun, guys. You know, you were always going to find fun once you got there if you're looking for it, you know? So stop thinking about the fun. Like she said, dig into the dirty details of what's stopping you from getting there, you know? And then attack those things, because like I said, fear is going to come out of it. I have fear every day as I step on the show, that I have fears that nobody will watch it, that it'll never go anywhere, that you know, I'll waste my days every day. I have all those same fears, guys, but I get on the camera every day anyways, and I just do what I can. Like you said, overcoming the little roadblocks that I have every single day. Every single day. Every day I turn on this fucking rig, something doesn't work. The lights don't work. the shot doesn't come out every single time. If you own those, if you own the roadblocks, they will destroy you. It's destroying us every day, guys. The progress that we're looking for, look, it's not about going and having a Lamborghini when you get there and being able to stay in the fanciest hotels. All that shit doesn't fucking matter. The experience, the people, look at that. Oh my gosh. See, I would kill to be there. Of all the places and things that you could see on that trip and that she did that meant something to her, that's what I want. I just want to get closer to God, you know, away from people where I can write my book. See? And that's what I'm going to do too, man. I'm trying to get to Australia right now. That's my big bit. And I mean, it's $6K. I got a different thing. I'm going to see Tony Robbins. Guys, you know, you probably heard me speak about Tony Robbins. That is my mentor, okay? If you have to have somebody that you strive to become, you know, somebody who's better than you. But here's the thing, I idolize Tony. Fuck Tony, you know. I'm going to be him regardless if he helps me, you know. But I strive to him. It's something I look up to him. Not to be him as a person or have the same things he has, but to teach like he does. And so I'm going to go find him, and I'm going to stand up and say, Tony, it's time for you to talk to me about what I came here for. And my point being is, it's $6,000. It's $6,000 just for the ticket to stand in front of his face. And then I still have to pay another, whatever, $3,000, $4,000 just to get to Australia, to stay there for 6 days. And it's going to be a lot. And a lot of people are like, so you're going to spend 10 grand on this one just show to see? Yes. Yes. I am actively just gaining those resources constantly every day to make that happen. It's my only goal, my only mission right now, is to get to Australia. I don't know if I'm actually going to get Tony Robbins when I get there. Like, I don't know if he's actually going to give a shit about anything I have to say. It's not about that, though.
You know, you tried.
I tried, though. At least I know that I stood up in front of him and said, hey, man, help me. And he's going to say, yes. Yay! Or he's going to say, no, fuck you. I'm like, thank you, sir. Fuck you, too. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to enjoy Australia. I'm going to learn everything I can. I'm going to take his workbooks. And I'm going to come back and I'm going to study his workbooks. And I'm going to create my own workbooks. I'm going to learn whatever I have to learn when I get there. Because it's about learning, guys. If you've been listening to Ty the whole time she's been talking about going to this place, it wasn't even about fun. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was, I mean, yeah, look at her. You look like you're having an amazing time. But when she comes back, it's more about the things that she learned. You know, the people that she met. The things she learned from the people that she met. Mm-hmm. You know, but if you're too busy talking about, those ain't my people. Oh, I don't know that person. Oh, he might not speak that, or she might not. What's up with the hair?
Oh, so when I got to this little town in England, it happened to be a 60s festival going on. So,
went hard on it.
we got really,
there you go.
Yeah.
I see you looking fancy out there in a backpack.
But you know what is so cool? Because, okay, in the 60s, like, it was totally popping in England in the 60s. Come on. Beatles, fucking Jimi Hendrix. Everybody was in fucking England in the 60s. So it was really cool to be in like a little town in England. And when I say little, like this was, I don't know if you've read the Bronte in Wuthering Heights. This is where they're from. It's a little small town, like super small. Anyways. It was so fucking cool. Like, we just showed up very first day. The fucking 60s music festival was happening to be going on, and yeah, people from all over the world were there. It was insane. Yeah. It was cool. It was just kind of like another cherry on top of this journey, you know, because it was like every stop that I went to, something amazing was happening. Yeah. My first stop was Ireland. Rihanna was playing. Rihanna's been one of my favorite artists for like a really long time now. I got gold circle tickets because I said, why the fuck not? Like, why the fuck not? So I was front row for Rihanna in another country, and it just happened to be one of her first concerts that she's ever cried in. And it happened to be crazy world news. Like the next day, like people were like messaging me like, Rihanna, like all these articles were on my Facebook feed about how Rihanna like had like her best show ever. One of her best shows. She cried, like, and I was there. And what's crazy is I actually cried. Like, so Rihanna came out, and it all hit me like, you're front row. You're here to one of your favorite artists in another country for the first time ever. Like, and it hit me, and so I got like really emotional and started crying.
I do it all
And then
the time.
like 3 minutes later, Rihanna started crying. So I was like, we're on the same wavelengths. Like I was freaking out. Like it was so cool.
And
but,
and I'm so glad that you talked about that moment specifically because it's something that ties into everything that I talk about, guys. I believe in this thing called the law of attraction, okay? And it's a real thing. It's something that helps me get a lot of the stuff that I need to make this, to do things. The universe, the God, the world, whatever you want to call it, I don't care, but will respond to you. It will respond to you in the things that you desire, okay? If you have an intention for something, if you're willing to go chase it, if you're willing to fight through the roadblocks, if you're persistence, guys, I don't know how else to tell you. I mean, it really comes down to that. You're never gonna know. You're not gonna know it's gonna work. You're not gonna know. I don't care how much you business plan it. I don't care how much you write it down and talk to your friends and research it, like she said. Research will help you. It'll help you feel prepared, but you'll still get there and be unprepared. But the universe will take care of you. When you get there, you'll find things well beyond your wildest dreams, opportunities. And because now you've trained yourself so much to look for the opportunities, to look for the chances to get there, the chances to get to the next spot, the chances to stretch it from 1 month to 3 months. You're looking for those. And so when you see things like your favorite person and all of a sudden it's not a coincidence. It's not like, oh yeah, Rihanna's just here. And you're like, that was for me. Like Rihanna's here for me, for this concert, so I can experience it and I'm gonna go. And you do, and it turns into something magical again. Just keep chasing that idea that, I don't know, something great's gonna happen for you when you get there. You don't have to know that it's gonna, you don't know, just think, just hope, just wish, and then act on that. Act on that faith that if I get there, I'll find the friends, I'll find the fun, I'll find the food. It might not be my favorite food. Guys, we be eating ramen in this motherfucker, like, for real. I mean, for real. I mean, we don't do a lot of fancy things. I mean, because all of my money comes here. It comes to this business, but it doesn't bother me. It's learning and it's growing and it's exciting, it's fun. And I want to talk about that. Now that you've done all this, you've seen it all, you met them all, and you learned the courage and you learned how to devise a plan step by step. Where are you going now? How are you applying this to the rest of your growth spiral? Because that's what it is. The whole reason that we make these experiences is to learn something. And then you take that learning and it makes you stronger and more powerful to do something bigger next time. So we're going to Thailand. That's great and stuff. What are you going to do as far as shining out here in the world? What kind of projects are you working on?
Well, for me, I like to write. That's one of the reasons why I fell in love with film and why I do film production. So I think the biggest thing that I've taken from this trip was just the different relationships that I came into contact with, and just realizing how everyone has a story to tell, No one's different, like Rod speaks all the time about how Drake, how Rihanna, Beyonce, these people are just like you. They're just like me. There's no one, the only thing different is like they're just acting on their gifts. And so I think this trip just has shown me that everyone has a story to tell, and those stories need to be brought to life. And I think that's why I'm so personal, and I've come to contact. These were some of the girls that I studied with in Poland, and I helped teach them English, and they were my age, and it was kind of heartbreaking for me to see, in that country, they do the things that they do to survive. Like they go to college, they get a degree that's gonna make them money so they can survive. Whereas me, I can kind of backpack through Europe and study film production or be an art major. Like I have this freedom of kind of doing whatever I want. Whereas other countries, people have to do the shit that they do to survive, and that was so huge and humbling for me to see. And so I think that just bringing all these stories back with me and shining a light on that and bringing that to the forefront for other people to see, I think that's the biggest thing that I took from this,
Yeah, man, just giving it back, just sharing what you learned with somebody else. I appreciate you freaking coming and sharing it with us. That's for sure. Go wide for me. Yeah, hell yeah, because like I said, the minute I heard it at Jay's birthday party, like I said, Jericho, he getting old on us. I'm gonna get him on the show one day too, guys. He's just a little camera shy, but don't think, he's one of my mentors too, and somebody I've looked up to greatly, man, because It's one thing to look at idealistic heroes like, you know, Tony Robbins or, you know, other people I look up to, you know, Manoj Bhargava. You know, these guys are great, but they're where I strive to be way, way down in the future. But sometimes you gotta find somebody who's right where you want to be right now. You know, he has his own business. His own business has been running for a couple of years now, and it turns profit. You know, and these are things I look up to because I watched him build that business. I helped him build that business, just like he helps me build this one, and we're working together now on this. You know, it's a community thing, guys, and it's really, really powerful, man. Is to find your friends and to reach out to them and say, because not everybody cares about your dreams, but there are people who do. You know, I care about them, and they care about me, and we help each other. And you guys have those same people around you. You might not have all of them or a lot of them, but you don't need a lot. You really only need one. Just find one motherfucker that's crazy enough to believe in the same shit you believe in, that it's possible, that y'all can, that you can, you know, give all the peace and love back to people, that you can learn them and experience with them, and then take that. You can do all those things, guys. All those things. I mean, look, Ty is nobody different than you. I'm nobody different than you. All these people in this room, we came from the same places you come from. Same backgrounds. So like I said, Ty ain't got money. She ain't got money like that falling from the sky. Her parents didn't give her 50 grand to go travel. It just takes a will and a way. The way comes from the will. Start with the will. Grab the will to say, I just want to travel. I don't know why, don't know where. I just want to see some shit that I don't see every day. And guys, then you'll change your goals. Traveling all of a sudden is going to San Antonio. A lot of y'all talk about y'all want to travel. I hear this all the time. Right. First thing everybody says, oh, I love to travel the world. Where you been? Did you just say you love to travel the world? How do you know you love that shit? Where you been? Oh, well, I went to Kentucky once. That's not traveling the world, my nigga. That's not. That's talking about traveling the world. Go travel the world. You might not even like it. It might give you anxiety and shit. You might get there and be like, I just want to stay in the U.S. forever. That's okay, you know? It's not for everybody, but you'll never know if it's for you if you just keep talking about how you've been there or you're going to be there one day. Get up and go.
Keep wishing if you don't.
Yeah, you know, sell all your shit. You'll buy new shit when you get back. You know, do whatever. Sell your car. Like you said, you don't need it. You'll be in Europe anyways. Sell it. Buy a new one when you get back. Stop being tied to these little things that you think make your life right now and sacrifice those little bitty. Enjoy them. I enjoy everything around me all day. I love this studio. It's my very first one. I'm trying to get to a bigger one. Duh, everybody's trying to get. She loved this trip and it was great. Now you just try and expand on that and go do something bigger. But start with something small to you. If you can't get to Ireland and Poland and Czech and England right now because that $1,000 or whatever to get there and it's just too big for you, start by, hey, weekend trip. We got 4 days off in a row. We're gonna hop in the car and we're gonna drive to wherever, you know, out of state. Go some little B&B out in the middle. Guys, those experiences, the things you learn on those little trips, they'll fuel you. They will fuel you. People keep talking to me, why are you so amped, Rod? How come you're going so hard? Because my dream is coming alive. That's why. You know, that's why. When you get there and when you're doing it, you don't feel it. It doesn't feel hard. It's hard every day. I only know it's hard because people tell me it is. It's fun to me. I leave the parties early, and I wake up early. My alarm clock's chasing me sometimes. And even when my alarm clock's failing, I got these niggas. I told them, don't. If I'm not awake, wake me up. I don't care what time I went to bed. I don't care because there's stuff that has to get done all the time. Always, man. Research. Like she said, even if you can't go and do it right now, you can still research it. Not just dream about it, but actually start taking notes. Start, finding out numbers. How much does it cost? And stop just talking about you can't get there. You don't even know how to get there.
Yeah.
You don't even.
Researching was the biggest thing for me because the days that I would, kind of push my trip to the side, I would see all my research and see that it was possible, and so that also just kind of kept the fire going. So
yeah,
definitely researching because it makes it more of a realistic thing. And if anything, I would like to leave y'all with this picture because this is such a humbling, genuine picture of me, back in the Czech Republic. But yeah, man, don't wish your life away. You don't want to be 26, 46, 56, wishing that you would have done that, wishing you would have went to Europe, wishing you would have gone to school. Stop wishing your life away. Just do it. That picture right there is me just doing it.
Just do it.
And it's one of my favorite fucking pictures because I'm literally, this wall is called the John Lennon Wall in Czech Republic. People come from all over the world to put art on this wall. And I literally just pressed my body against that and pulled energy.
Feel it,
from
you know? And you feel that
Seriously.
creativity in there.
So,
Because somebody put an energy into that too, though. You know, I'm gonna give it a shot too, but yeah, it is true. And the world works a lot like that, guys. It's not all physical in reality. We do things like this all the time to bend the perception of what is possible. You know, and it starts by not looking at it as a big, you know, big old 3-month trip. It starts just looking at, I need $1,000 to get there. Once I get there, I need to find a place to sleep. Hey, guy, do you have a place to sleep? I have $200, or whatever, you know? And you just keep trying that, and you'll be scared sometimes, you know? But that fear will keep you alert, right? It kept you out of bad situations, you know? But you don't let it limit you from the smart things you can do, or the fun things, the things you came to do, you know? Don't be afraid of things like money, or not having it. Not having money won't kill you. I promise you it won't. You know, guns can kill you, sure.
peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are really not that bad.
They're really not that bad. I mean, they're really not that bad. You know, we all want good food. We do. But, you know, there's other things you want more sometimes than good food. Good food will always be around. You can sacrifice it for 3 months for something else.
And now I can say I have friends all over the world.
For real. Like, I travel the world now. I've been to 8 different countries. And now when you say...
I can call up in Poland and be like, hey, I'm going to
coming.
be there for a weekend.
Yeah.
Let me crash. That's
Exactly.
fucking cool.
Exactly.
You know?
That's resources.
Cool.
Resources. That's value. All right, guys, we're going to jam out, man. We're just going to go. I mean, like I said, Ty, thank you so much for coming on. I know it's lame, you know, and it's not as cool as we wish it was, but I mean...
Actually, I feel like I'm on a TV
You feel
show.
perfect, right? Don't you feel it? And then that's all it takes, guys, is the feeling of being somebody cool, and it will propel us to want to be cooler. Come from a better studio. We're going to shoot a show from fucking Thailand and Australia, I bet. Mark my words. This summer, I shoot this show from somewhere internationally. I bet you your life on it. Mark it. Mark
I'll
it
be
down.
waiting.
Write it. Everybody, take
Bye,
notes.
guys.
Where's the stone tablet at?
Why be? Why be?
Peace.
Peace and love. Yeah, guys, we're gonna jam. Stay around. Get pumped up. We're gonna talk. You know, we're gonna get everything mixed up. We got to go to the gym now. We don't do work. Now we're about to go work out. So we gotta get that spirit and that mind up. Spirit, guys, first. Get some intensity to your day. Just throw on your jams right now. Throw on, I don't care what you got, throw on some meditation music. Get away from everybody and set an intention for the day. Set something for the day. Today I'm gonna blank. One thing, anything. It doesn't have to be today I'm gonna write the whole book, but today I'm gonna write the chapters. Today I'm gonna, I don't know, write one line of my song. I don't care what it's gonna be, guys. Just do one thing today that's gonna propel you towards that. Just little things. If it's just research, then research. Don't dream. Don't watch other niggas on TV doing it. Research. Learn it. Learn. Learn. Once you learn, you can do. Eat this donut, because I'm going to go to the gym. Work it off. Don't just eat the donut. Eat the donut, then work out. Hey, thanks, guys. For real. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys keep coming back. I'm honestly thinking I might drop the Friday show. It's just a lot, you know? It's a lot to come in here every day, have an hour worth of material for you guys, when I really just want to be writing the book. You know, once I get the book out, then this stuff is a lot easier to come in and do all the time. You know, I can teach the book as I go and stuff like that. So I think in order to free up some time in our schedule, I know, guys, you know, the things keep changing real fast. That's why we got to tune in. Tune in, keep track. It's only changing this fast because we're still trying to learn. You know, it's about learning. It's about growing into it. And so, you know, please stick with us, guys. I know the audio isn't the best sometimes. The video isn't, you know, crisp and clean, but we're getting there. I promise you, I'm getting new equipment every day. I'm getting new processes every day that make the show better. Just better. I don't know how much better.
Well, Ox Corporation wasn't the conglomerate it was from day one.
It's part right here. Starting from the bottom.
And we're going there.
We for free. And to you, she want expensive bitch. I love my studio. Every time I do a show, I'm really eating. About Memphis, we going shopping this weekend, so look for that new. We're gonna have me in that new fly news next week. It's gonna be thrown. Check him out, guys. At Oliver Manifest. He's at Oliver Manifest Worldwide. The basketball girl.
Manifest.style.worldwide.
There it is. There it is. Honey, check him out, guys. Even if you don't want his style, I mean, the dude be putting up fresh outfits, things that you can even just replicate And she's on the street here in Austin. Here.
Yeah, right now.
We go live. We go what? Thailand, Australia. The dude, Ollie gonna be there. He's coming with us.
Trying to catch an international fashion.
I'm telling you. Come check him out, guys. There's gonna be good pictures there too. Hey, we'll catch y'all at the gym. Let's go right now, right?
Yeah.
Down the road. I love that.
Yeah.
That one is like my favorite.
I love that. I gotta go check him out, man. I gotta check him out. Dude be taking fire pictures. Hey, that's another thing too, man. It's not just his world. I mean, that's why I went out and got him. You know, he's got the blog. Okay, bye, Ty. Thank you so much. It's not just the blog, you know? I mean, like, I went to him and I was like, dude, I see you on here and your pictures look great. You're boosting followers, you know what I mean? His site looks good. So if you're trying to get something done, get something popping, look at your friends. Look at what they're doing already. What skills and talents do they have? And then see how y'all can work them together. You know, I'm trying to get to Tyler McDonald. Tyler, get back to me, dog. I'm trying to throw this show. And we need to start jamming and talking about when we're going to do that. So hopefully you're watching this and hopefully you're getting down, guys. Check out my dudes, Sith Assassins. I'm starting pumping them because their music is hot. They're on the come up in Austin. And I'm probably going to be collaborating with them soon because I need some hype. I need some of that in my life. And I'm tired of getting it from all these fake cats. You know, I want something from somebody I know. I want it real. So, anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in again. We'll come back again probably Tuesday. We're going to go ahead and skip the Friday show. We'll come Tuesday 8 to 9. We'll come back again Thursday, 8 to 9. Tuesday, 8 to 9, and Thursday, 8 to 9. It's easy for you, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I make it easier and easier for you to come and check us out. Now, you don't have to feel obligated to come all that. It's like just 2 hours out of your week to get a good message like this, guys, about peace, about love, about growth. It's fun. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll see y'all next time.
Chasing, leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust.